Alright, so...
Why are we back here?
I'm doing some cleanup. So, bit of a thing that happened. I messed up on recording this, and I'm cleaning up a whole bunch of White Trinities, now that we have access to White Trinities. So, there was a few things I messed up on getting. Also we took a little teleport. But yeah, that Keyblade I'm holding is Lady Luck. You get from the White Trinity at Wonderland. You go to the water.
Yeah.
You go to the painting of an ocean in the bazaar room. Hop through that, and then you activate the White Trinity, and you get Lady Luck. It's mostly it's mostly a magic heavy kind of Keyblade, but I like using it against the an upcoming set of boss fights because I don't have access. Because I don't have access to Divine Rose yet. And then also I think Donald's Violetta.
I see it.
That's a White Trinity item too.
It's from the Olympus Coliseum, basically at the center of the lobby.
Yeah. So.
But is that all you do? All the White Trinities? Seriously?
I got pretty much all of them. It's just I forgot to get a couple. I think I forgot to get like Monstro, which.
Monstro is just an Orichalcum.
Yeah.
I forget what Halloween Towns was.
Halloween Towns.
Neverland's like pretty shitty stuff.
Yeah, there's only a few actually good ones, and now for a quote-unquote puzzle. This is just putting books in a specific bookcase, and they're all color-coded.
Yep, and guess what? All the treasures in this very specific room, I'll have the prices right gag.
Yep.
Where you spin a fucking wheel.
Yeah, you have to.
God, you get the chest.
It's not even luck-based. You have to just spin it a certain amount of times. Like, you see how that was behind a third one? You just have to spin it, like, 3 times. So, I'm only showing this off once. I edit out any time I have to spin this multiple times after this one. Because you have to spin this 3 times to get the stupid treasure. It's... nope.
Oh, you're spinning it a 4th time. You're spinning it a 4th time, you liar.
I guess I guess I'm a terrible liar. Yeah, we get a Mithril. That's it. Oh, and I had to do a quick pause,
Hey.
so that's why Donald and Goofy kind of just teleported there. I try my hardest to make it look subtle that I randomly pause here and there, but I think I had to help out my grandparents with something, so that's why there was just a random pause there. That one we have to come back to later. I think we come back to that later. But for now.
Oh, sorry, I was imitating the places, right?
Yeah. I thought Oh, okay. I guess because this was only 2 spins instead of the 4. Instead of like.
It's
3.
random.
Is it?
It's absolutely fucking random.
I have. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm just. I'm trying to get my bearings because this place. I think I'm just trying to get all the treasure chests right now. This one was the one where I skipped it. Hey, look! I got a first try. Look at that, first try, everybody.
Fucking cheater.
Oh, first try. But yeah. Also, we are going. This is the second third of Hollow Bastion. Hollow Bastion is split up into 3 big chunks, and it's not a fun. And I think I purposely went down here. Let's for the sake of commentary, let's say I purposely did that.
Yeah. I don't know if you're supposed to do this, so yeah. It's never really explained what you're supposed to do. Except put these books in the right shelf.
That shelf with all the green books does have a treasure chest hidden behind it.
That's the only optional one.
Yes. Oh, also...
Yes, and the only pain in the ass one, too, yeah.
Yep. And
yeah, I can tell you're going to be stuck here for a little bit.
Yep. At least it shouldn't be too much longer.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what was the point of doing that? Putting that book there. What was the point of that?
Quicker access to
No, it's not. You could it wasn't even quicker access. You had to go all around those shelves.
By the way, me being a dunce, there's a book sitting on that table. I completely missed that book.
It's because the book was orange. That's why.
Well, and it's sitting on the table. I don't realize I can interact with it until I'm sitting there kind of just annoyed. But I'm like, all right, I gotta get through this quicker. Come on, me.
Right.
Then we have the button. Press the button, and it unlocks the door. Yeah. That was weird. That was a weird teleport to it. Like, I teleported to the button and then pressed it.
How are you supposed to know that you have... How are you supposed to know that the door was unlocked if you didn't hear that sound or that box?
I think it's just supposed to be implied. So now we're in a another quote-unquote puzzle room. Basically, to get the parts to that crest you see right behind that fountainhead, we have to do a set of things to unlock these statues, to unlock parts of that, to unlock the stones for the crest. So for that first one, you had to break 2 pots. You now have to set afire, I think, 6 or 8 candles. I'm trying to do like...
It's 8 candles.
Is it 8? Okay.
Yeah, basically, there are 3 very obvious puzzles that you can do. Mm-hmm. The only one that's very obscure is the candles.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's really... that you have to at least either look up a guide or figure it out.
Yeah. Also, that last statue you had to push. This one you have to use Thundara on to activate platforms. Then light more candles, and yeah. Then you unlock the fire in the center of the room. By the way, that Thunderstone, if I'm correct, unlocked another piece of the emblem. Unlocks a treasure chest that gives you another emblem piece. Right.
There's one on the fountain. There's one on the chest. The chest was the one you pressed the switch on.
That's right. And then that's, if I'm correct, 2. The third one I go get in the fountain. I almost forget about the 4th piece, which is like, you guys remember that part in Resident Evil 1 where you had to push a statue to get a gem?
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. That's what we have to do for that 4th emblem piece, and I almost forgot about it.
Yeah, I remember that. I forgot about this one too. No surprise.
My first playthrough in the Final Mix version, because this is only my second. This is my 3rd playthrough of the Final Mix version. My very first playthrough, I just forget that there's this statue we can push.
Now be careful. Don't put all the emblems unless you're like absolutely ready, because you notice right now there's no enemies spawning. But once you put those 4 emblems in, they spawn. And defenders and dark balls and wizards and wyverns just spawn in the masses.
Defender. This place especially loves defenders and wizards. And we get another cutscene.
For the next time we see this, can you edit in like the Emperor laughing but with the Disney hat on his head?
If I could do that and post that, that'd be great.
What?
Yeah.
You're saying my heart's weaker than
No,
his?
but yes.
For that instant it was.
Basically, you're a pussy bitch, and I'm gonna make you less of one.
Become stronger. You showed
Billy Zane. No, I should have just said at the beginning, Billy Zane.
I could see your bald head underneath that shoddy robe of yours.
The only time Billy Zane ever voices Ansem is in this game.
Yeah.
Which
too bad Billy Zane doesn't make an appearance here anymore.
Yeah, because he's actually pretty good. He's actually pretty good. He's pretty good.
Let your heart, your being, become darkness itself.
Look at that face.
All right.
It's like that moment where you realized there were anchovies in your pizza.
Okay,
I don't know.
Oh damn it! I keep forgetting to cut out the airhead moments of me, just me standing there. And there's our defenders and wizards. We've already encountered them.
Did you explain about defenders and wizards already?
How defenders are advanced big guards that absorb magic. Wizards are immune to everything but gravity magic.
They're not immune to stop them.
That's true.
But however, they're not exactly immune, because they take damage to it and they do get momentarily stunned.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they're not affected just as much as all the other enemies. Like, they won't be stopped as long and they won't be flattened in gravity
as long.
So as long.
Also, wizards love to do this thing where they teleport and make themselves invincible while casting thunder, and the only way you can beat them is through Ars Arcanum. Well, if you want to get rid of them quickly without dealing with the thunder so much, you can just Ars Arcanum them to death.
Or strike raid.
Yeah. I just mostly stick to Ars Arcanum until I go fight super bosses. Which, yes, I will be handling the super bosses too. In fact, I already have them fully recorded and edited, actually.
I'm already prepared for them. You can't stop me.
Yeah, I already have all the footage for the super bosses, and it's not Well, actually, fun fact, I only ever had to fight one of the super bosses twice. Every other boss was first try. I will talk about that though once we reach that. So here's just a hidden room because this is that part of the game where you didn't have Goofy, Dolan or Gooby, so you have to. So you can just go through this room and quickly get the blue Trinity mark that's below us.
The thing that I hate about wizards,
yeah,
every time you hit them, they have a very very fast stun recovery rate. Which means that every time you stun them, they teleport.
Mm-hmm. That and they instantly teleport. Like it's spontaneous. All right. Here oh yeah, we just get a Mithril and some MP. Yay.
They could have replaced that with a Trinity, but no, it had to be a freaking crystal.
Yeah, I know, right? So now we're heading back down to where. Oh, and I'm lucky enough to get Black Fungi.
Black, yeah. Bullshit! You should have been poisoned there.
I didn't get poisoned. I don't know how. I don't have a ribbon or anything. I am playing on medium difficulty, so I don't have the ribbon at the that you get at the start of the game. So yeah, 2 mega potions and a mega potion, mega ether, and a cottage.
This is the only way you can get the blue Trinity, because the only other way you can get to this room is through Beast.
Yep.
And you need Donald and Goofy for the Trinity. So yeah, very clever.
It just sucks that but this is a side path, by the way. This was a completely optional thing I just did, but I might as well show it off.
Yeah, true.
All right, and then I'm trying to remember what next, because we're not
These
fighting.
Just switched to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of enemies here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just kind of wandering around the place to get all the treasures and stuff. I usually don't do this.
Hands up. Who got lost here in the first time?
Me.
It's actually one of them is actually through this initial area.
Yeah.
Cause it's I don't know what it was. Cause maybe I hit the wrong turn in the way to Albuquerque. But
yeah.
It's the castle. It's this area. Actually.
This part. I hate this part the most. There are 2 griffins that you have to deal with. You can't activate the crystals at all because these griffins are in the way.
You just call them griffins. They're wyverns.
Griffins, wyverns, potato, tomato.
Well, griffins are like different.
Yeah, they're wyvern. I don't think we've encountered wyverns yet, but basically they're the worst enemies in the game.
Not really the worst. If you have strike rate, they fall like pieces of paper.
Yeah, but because I don't think I don't have strike rate at this point. I have.
Why do you not have strike rate at this point?
I think it's because of the build I went with. I went with an all offense build.
There's no. Okay, well, I can't complain.
Also, I forgot to mention this. Those platforms can only be brought down with gravity, which is actually a clever little thing.
It's a foreshadow, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk about it later once we get to the next boss fight. Yeah, the next boss fight.
Yeah, this is just me getting through the second third of Hollow Bastion, because the first third is getting to Riku 1, the second third is wandering to the next 2 boss fights, and then the last third is the boss fights. And then we take a revisit, but I cut out the revisit because the revisit it took me 15 minutes to get to where we needed to go to in Hollow Bastion, and I really didn't want to bore you guys. I was thinking alright, so this is the most boring part.
You're already boring us with this elevator sequence. You should have put, like, Disney Eurobeat here.
It was either put Disney Eurobeat or put GIFs of the Dwayne. Of the Dwayne. Yeah, that weird kid, kid from a Barbie commercial that, does that weird dance. I was gonna put him in here, but I was just like, I really just need to get through this. And so, halfway through the elevator fight, the elevator just stops, and you have to fight 2 wizards.
3 wizards.
Yeah, that's right. And then, by the way,
I'm to get. What's up?
I'm really lucky in this playthrough. I get a Wizard's Relic.
Oh.
I know, right?
I get a shit ton of defenders, but not Wizard Relics.
When I was trying to get the Platinum Trophy for this game, it took me almost an hour of grinding to get Defender Shields, to get a Defender Shield for Goofy.
Oh.
And that was just a solid hour. Like, I had Encounter Plus and everything, and I just did my route of just 2-hit killing everything, because at that point I was so high leveled that I could just kill them all in 2 shots. And then I finally, and then I just see the trophy and I see like get all Goofy Shields trophy, which is great.
Yeah, that's like the most satisfying thing.
I think this Trinity is actually important for speedruns because there's a Mega Elixir you can get that speedrunners use.
The Mega Elixir allows you to, well, it's a safety net basically. If you run out of MP, basically.
Yeah, elixirs heal you completely, while Mega Elixirs heal your entire party completely.
That's why you should save them for the super bosses, just in case.
Which I do. Well, okay. I'll explain what I did when we get to that, because there is a few differences. There's a few differences between the save file I used for the super bosses and the save file I'm using for this playthrough currently. So yeah. And this is a place where we can sequence break, if I had thought about it, where you can use Dumbo to hop up onto that platform and skip a little bit of running around. I
did that for my playthrough, and it's absolutely hilarious because my co-commentator was freaking baffled.
Yeah. I think I tried. Oh, see, I got the Wizard's Relic right there.
Oh, you dickhead.
I know. I didn't even realize I got the Wizard's Relic. I just kind of picked up the item and just moved because I thought I got a bit. Because usually when a Heartless drops a big chest, that usually means that's their super rare drop. I thought I got like a Mithril or something, but no, it was a Wizard's Relic. I
don't know if you can get Mithrils from them.
You can't, but I was just guessing because I saw a big treasure chest when it dropped from it.
Little did you know that it was a Lucid Shard.
Yeah. But
what's
yeah,
this Wizard's Relic just transforming into a Lucid Shard.
I'd be angry. But yeah, it seems like in nearly every playthrough, Wizard's Relic is just that random thing I get. Like, I don't even think about it, because I don't usually change equipment on Donald and Goofy until after Olympus Coliseum, because her shield is really good on Goofy.
Yeah, that's true. I don't usually get offensive shields for Goofy.
I usually don't get shields, period. I usually just keep him with base equipment. Sometimes I give him leftover. I sometimes give him my leftover gear, like my leftover accessories.
I was talking about shields.
I just don't, like, I give Donald and Goofy my leftover stuff whenever I'm done using one piece of equipment. I just give them the other thing. Oh, a shiny crystal. That's their drop.
Yeah. Yeah, shiny crystals are pretty rare. Get them while you can, because it's one of the few times where you can take advantage of their weakened state before they power up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that once we've cleared the last third of Hollow Bastion. Yeah, like this is required. By the way, this encounter I'm doing, this is required to activate the crystal, because one issue with Kingdom Hearts 1, even in the Final Mix version where it's like a triangle and stuff, you still have to clear out a room to open a treasure chest and interact with any kind of object.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like that before, but now that I see it, it's honestly makes sense. Because I remember I opened a chest while air soldiers spawned. I was like, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Because it's like air soldiers, but then they kick the shit out of my party.
Yeah, air soldiers early game are not pleasant enemies, because you don't have very good combo game.
That's one of the few times where I wish you get strike rate early.
Yeah, but I think that's like the minimum is like level 30 for it, isn't it?
There's no minimum level. It's just there's a minimum time. Okay, so who figured out that there was like something underneath that?
I didn't figure that out until I saw like a random playthrough.
This used to be a very useless item. This chest up here used to be a very useless item, actually.
What was it,
I
like
think
a
it was
random?
It was just a random dummy.
Gotcha.
But now I think it's a Royal Crown. That's really good.
A really good piece of equipment. Like, this is actually one of the first times I ever found that chest. The Royal Crown is a really good piece of equipment. It drops your it raises your resistances and defense to everything, but it lowers your HP.
Why? Wizard's Relic.
Not HP, sorry, it reduces your strength. I didn't want to do that, so I just kind of skipped out on the Royal Crown, because I already had some AP boosting equipment.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I guess... Oh no, I gave it to Donald, because he could always... hello, it's Kazan. So, basically what happened was that OBS, for some weird reason, cut off the last 5 seconds of recording during that episode. And since we already had perfectly good audio, I just didn't want to waste the audio, because it's been about 2 weeks since that session, and like I said, I just don't want to have to get rid of that audio, so I don't even remember really what I said right at the end, but basically we're just doing more Hollow Bastion stuff in the next episode, so we'll see you guys then.